There was always a good atmosphere in this room.
Yes.
He was a milkman.
They're in the front gate.
The waves were hitting
Present tenant.
the pillars. They were frightened that was going to collapse.
Local event.
The night of the floods, I was out dancing.
Played tops in the middle of the road here, and you saw a car once in a blue moon.
Anybody with any sort of interest in life realises that these things are all transient.
It was always a quiet road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
house was the only house
in the
in this
road.
road. This is 150 years old.
Fisher girls walking about with their oilies on and their pants all bandaged up.
Rebuilt the brick wall around it.
No arguments, no nothing.
Streets don't suddenly change, and I can't remember any great event happening. They just evolve, and suddenly you realise, well, it's quite different to what it used to be. By golly, history disappears faster than you can imagine.
Oh yeah, that was a shame. Well, that was.
But I suppose.
I can't really say why, but that was.
It was a tricky business.
They always had big families. They didn't have any television.
Everybody would rally round to help in any way they could.
Yeah.
Development.
He loved his allotment.
Allotment. Fruit trees, they grew all their own, vegetables, everything. They didn't have to buy anything like that, did they?
I mean, there was a lot of industry in this town. It was a very busy place.
Then you get that rag and bone man used to come round.
He's a character.
Sunday afternoons, there used to be a man through the back alleyway with a basket on his arm, and a bell he'd be ringing, and he'd have bunches of fresh watercress or brown shrimp.
And suddenly there's nobody left to ask. And there's no means at all of finding out.
Fish guts.
Lorries dripping water all round the road,
I bought an old chassis and built my own sidecar.
And so we went for a little ride.
Redeveloped it.
all of it. And that was a net store.
Right, what are we going to build here?
Jobs nobody else could fix.
Well, that was a bakery. And you could take your Sunday dinner there and they'd cook it for you.
Fairly rigid lines of how it should be maintained.
Squabbles now and again.
Oh, squabbles, but if you wanted anything, you're something you run out of, then, you didn't hesitate there. Give you something, always give it.
Lead me back to the street.
There was always a good atmosphere in this room.